Hi and welcome back. So gym update video number 8. I'm churning out one of these videos about 7 or 8 minutes long every month. I could do a lot more. I visit the gym site probably once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day, and I take videos of the guys who are working. I could make a lot more videos, make them a lot longer, but it would tend to be, I think, a little bit on the boring side. I do follow quite a few Filipino channels here where expats like myself are building houses, and they upload a video every day or every other day, sometimes 30 minutes. There's about, in my humble opinion, about 5 minutes worth of video that's actually interesting and relevant, and the other 25 or 30 minutes is just B-roll with people doing things that aren't related to the build and adding lots of music to it. I try to keep that down to a minimum, try to keep the noise and the signal, so I've got a lot of signal and a lot less noise in the background. Enough waffling off me, let's jump in and look at gym update video number 8. So the steel deck for the first floor has finally arrived. The first floor pour has now cured. The steel decking is being brought in and laid out on the first floor. That's the ground floor fire door and window, and above it the gap for the first floor fire door and steel decking being laid out on the other side of the first floor. So along with the purchasing of the steel deck came a free consultation with an engineer. The engineer was happy with Leo's team and their experience at laying steel deck. I was still happy he came because he said because of the setup we had, we didn't need to use so much rebar, so he did actually save me some money. The engineer stayed for about an hour. When he was happy that everyone else was happy, then we bade him farewell down the extremely safe health and safety ladder. And for the next few days, the guys set about cutting, setting and welding all the steel deck in position on the first floor. And obviously the best way to hold steel deck in place while someone is welding is with bare feet or rubber sandals. So that's the fire door on the ground floor. You'll notice that the steel deck does not cover the whole of the first floor. I wanted the gym to be open. I didn't want 2 completely separate floors, ground floor and first floor. So the center part will be open. And you can see here at the end, it's the steel deck over the reception area and also the main door. This shows the steel decking laid completely on the first floor. You can now see quite obviously the void in the center, and you can see where they're laying out the rebar in preparation for welding. And the first floor from a slightly different angle, and you can see more of the rebar has now been laid. So the plan is the part where I'm standing now is going to be the cardio area, running machines, bikes, etc., looking down onto the ground floor where there'll be heavy weights for bench pressing, squatting, deadlifting, etc. So this is looking back from the other side of the gym towards the cardio balcony. We swing round to the left, you'll see the void in the middle, and then the area on the other side is going to be the functional fitness, metabolic conditioning, CrossFit type area. This is about 4.5 meters wide by about 14.5 long, solid rubber matting, and then all the CrossFit type exercises that you think about will go on in this area. This is the metabolic conditioning area from the other side of the gym, and when you look at the steel I-beam you see here, the stairs will lead from this I-beam down to the I-beam in the center of the ground floor. So looking at the stairs from the ground floor, the bottom of the stairs will be where you see the pile of bricks, and they will then lead up to the I-beam at the top, which is just to the left as we look at it from the metabolic conditioning area. So below the first floor cardio area are the comfort room, which is the shower room, and also the office. The steel decking on the first floor makes these rooms now a lot darker. A sink straight ahead, and then to the left 2 toilets and 2 showers. The steel decking is now nearly complete, so in preparation for the first floor pour, the cement has arrived. So the steel deck is down and the rebar is about 95% finished. So the rebar on the cardio area is complete. They're now setting the forms in place so when they pour the cement, it doesn't all fall inside the gym. I think it was 2 days later, everything was ready and they started the pour on the first floor. And you can see here, this is the cardio area. And this shows that first pour of the cardio area on the first floor from the metabolic conditioning side of the gym. And to support the extra weight of the cement on the steel deck, you can see here wooden supports propping it up. An extra wooden support there in the center next to our very sturdy ladder. And another delivery of stones they call chocker here, which is mixed into the cement to give it even more strength. That chocker was then immediately used in the making of cement for the next pour of the first floor. And the pouring of the first floor continued. I took this video during their lunch break. So the view from the first floor, and also Leo doing a little bit of work during his lunch break. Then after lunch, the process of mixing more cement and then transporting that cement into the gym and then up to the first floor continued for the rest of the day. And a few days later, the pour was complete and the concrete had completely cured. Now the first floor could be walked on. The welders set about welding braces in place, ready for getting big I-beams up onto what will be the roof of the gym. And shortly after that, the masons turned up and started to do the walls, the external walls of the first floor. So that's update number 8. You can see the ground floor and the first floor slabs are all poured. The guys are working today actually on the walls on the outside, and then we'll be laying steel deck on the top and we'll be pouring the flat concrete roof too. Once I've got enough clips, we'll be making update number 9.